Hello there peeps, welcome back to the series Tainted Love, in which I count down the days to Valentine's Day by sharing with you my favorite romantic horror movies. So up until now we have been talking about romantic love, but of course we know that's not the only love that exists. And even though I have been saying that I wanted to share horror movies, this one is science fiction-ish. And I believe that science fiction oftentimes is horror's evil twin. So this movie is not romantic love, it's brotherly love. And this movie floats into the realm of science fiction and fantasy. So in this film, we've got Adam, the little brother, and Clint, the big brother, who are estranged. They haven't talked to each other in 15 years. The last time they spoke to each other was at their father's funeral. So Clint gets a letter from Adam, and he's like, hey, I was thinking that I can come home and we can do a 6-day hike in the backcountry and just kind of get reacquainted with each other. And Clint is super happy to hear this. Of course, he misses his little brother and he agrees. So the day before they go into the backcountry, they're in the local bar, and Clint's friend is joking about a guy who had went into the wilderness and got lost. Like he went up there and no one has ever heard from him again. And they kind of chuck that up to him being an inexperienced hiker and him kind of like meeting the natural end that someone would meet going into the backcountry, not knowing what to do and not knowing, not being really prepared for that type of environment. So they start their hike, and right off the bat, Adam shoots at what they think is a deer. And Clint, but it didn't die. So Clint was like, hey, we can't like let it roam around. We have to go and hunt it down and kill it, because we just can't leave it maimed like that. So as they are entering day 2 of this 6-day hiking, back camping trip, Clint tells Adam about a time when him and his dad and Adam, they were all hiking, and Adam got lost in the woods for quite some time. It scared everyone, of course, because Adam was little. He was like 4 or 5 at the time. So talk about stress inducing, but he was found. And then after that, Adam didn't want anything to do with the wilderness. He didn't want to go hiking. He didn't even want to go to the outskirts of his backyard. So Clint is telling him he was surprised that he wanted to go back, backpacking, because he hasn't been in the woods since he had got lost. And Adam was super surprised because he doesn't remember this at all. So as they continue to get deeper and deeper into the woods, things get more and more tense. And it's because, of course, of the environment that they're in. And then Adam starts to have dreams where he's remembering the day that he got lost. And so, and another thing that's kind of like stressful is that Clint, who is an experienced hunter and outdoorsman, he was like, we should have found this thing by now. So it's starting to get really tense. And so one night when they are sitting at the campfire, all of the crows are flying around and cawking. And that's unusual for crows to be at nighttime, right? He's like, what's going on? And as he's talking to Adam is grabbed by behind and snatched away from the campsite. So now it's went from tense to oh my God, what the hell? And as he's chasing or trying to save his brother, first of all, he doesn't even know where to look, because he was snatched so fast from the campsite that it was just shocking. And so he starts to, because he's panicking, looking for his brother. He's having flashbacks of the time when they were all together with their dad and he got missing. He's not thinking straight. It's cold. He's scared. And so he ends up further into the woods in an area that he's not familiar with. And so we find out that it's not a deer that they shot. And this is when things get confusing to me, because I'm not sure if it was what's in the woods is mythology or alien. The parts that we can see the creature that they are in the woods with, it looks kind of like the aliens that we see when we see movies about abduction, It's super tall and lanky, but it doesn't have the characteristics of the Wendigo. So like we're not really sure what it is, and so Clint does everything that he can to get his baby brother back. And this is one of the movies that it's a gut punch because he did everything right. He did everything right, and things don't turn out well. And so he has to come off that mountain. He has to like let everybody know that his brother is gone. And he's struggling with that, right? Because like at first when he finds his brother's body, he's like, I can't leave you here, but of course you have to because you're running out of supplies. It's getting colder. You're gonna have to let everybody know. And so when he comes off the mountain and he goes home, his wife automatically sees in his face that there's something wrong, right? She's like, runs out. She's like, oh my God, Clint, where's Adam? And this is another thing that kind of makes everything stressful because Clint knows what happened. We know what happened because we watched it all, right? But there's no way that anyone is going to believe the things that he is saying, right? So now we have even that to deal with. One of the things I always say is I say that the ending is the most important part of the story, and how this movie ended left me speechless. And I talk all the time. I was like, literally like, what? Like, dudes, this movie is available free on Tubi and of course on all of the streaming channels that you guys may be subscribed to. But this one is absolutely worth the watch. And when I got done watching it, I wasn't really sure like what, like it took, like I even now I've seen this years and years ago. You can watch the original review on my YouTube channel, live action reviews. I was stunned because I wasn't really sure what it was I saw because I didn't know what the monster was. I don't know if it's supposed to be the mythology of the Pacific Northwest because this movie was filmed in British Columbia, or if I don't know if it was an alien. So, and there's like another thing that I'm just remembering that I don't want to say to you guys because I don't want to give anything away. But like, if you guys watch this movie, it's free on Tubi. Come back and let me know in the comments so that we can talk about it. Because like, there's one part in there, I have this theory that I want to talk to you about, but I can't because you haven't seen it. So, you guys, that was Devil in the Dark for our day 8 of Tainted Love, in which I count down the days to Valentine's Day with my favorite horror romantic movies. This one was not romantic love, it's brotherly love, but love is love, right? So you guys, let me know what you think about this type of content. I already know that you guys like it because you're watching it. And show me some love since we are celebrating love by liking, subscribing, and sharing. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and thanks for hanging out. Ciao.
Hey, Adam.
Hey.
You ready?
So how far are we going?
Well, we're gonna hike around to that point.
Remember Doug Grant, hardware store? He went up there 10 years ago. Never came back.
Don't worry, buddy. Come looking for you.
Why did you want to come up here?
I'm having these dreams.
What is that?
What the hell? I recognize this place.